This year was totally different than in any year that I've been here, as the flood came during spring break. And we have the university here, the North Dakota State University, and they have 13,000 students. So that's normally our significant manpower pool, and we can get some significant work done very quickly. But with all those kids gone, then we had to go forward with the high school kids and the junior high school kids, and it turned out really well. I wouldn't want to have a significant event here in the city of Fargo without the help of the Red Cross.
We've been on the ground since March 1st, supplying the sandbag sites and the volunteer sites with food. And once we moved past that and we're into sandbag placement, we pulled the trigger and had our national team come down because our volunteers, your local team members, were a little tired. So we now have over 100 people on the ground working tirelessly, feeding and mobile feeding our community. Right now what we're doing is we're providing feeding on the levee patrols, and we'll continue that as long as we have levee patrols, because we want our guard and our community nourished and fed. And we'll be doing that 24/7, and we'll maintain that until none of us are needed.
You know, last year we had an all-time record flood in Moorhead, and Red Cross was here for us then. This year it's our 4th record flood. And once again, you're partners with us here in the valley, in the Red River Valley, in Fargo and Moorhead. And when you consider we're a community, all of us, of about 150,000 people with Fargo and Moorhead, and all the efforts that have come in, we cannot do this fight without you. You're here for our citizens, you're here for our volunteers, you're here for our guard. We can't carry on without you being our partner, and we appreciate your efforts here every bit. When we see the Red Cross vans, trucks, and staff, it's almost like we expect you to be here, but we never ever take you for granted. Every time I see your staff here helping our citizens, feeding our citizens, and transporting help from one area to another, I say a prayer of thanks. I'm thankful that the Red Cross is here for us.
The engineer's office knew that we would need an estimated 300,000 sandbags, so we started on March 1 this year with volunteers and filling sandbags. And you know, we had turnout from our schools, from our higher education schools, and then from residents from throughout the region here that were coming up and helping us out. And of course, a part of that always is taking care of those volunteers and thanking them and making sure that they're well fed. And you know, the Red Cross was present there right from the start for us, and feeding our volunteers, and even had sometimes radio playing and stuff up there at the Public Works facility for them.
The Red Cross has been very instrumental in our flood fight both this year and last year. They seem to be on the ball all the time. The Red Cross is where we need them to be. They take part in our briefing meetings in the morning. They hear where we're going to have the most people out, so the Red Cross can have food, they can have water, and especially water during this type of work. Body burns out a lot of fuel, but it really takes out a lot of water, and so having that water available for our workers is extremely critical. We've seen the Red Cross, even now as we're in this kind of the lull, where we're just looking at the sandbag dikes, are they under control? But it's a 24-hour job, and we see the Red Cross there, again, feeding, making sure that they're comfortable, things are already those folks are taken care of, and we really appreciate that.